Upper Deck just dropped the very first look at the 25-26 Series 1 hockey cards. And yeah, some of these cards may really have the potential to shake up the hobby. There's a brand new Gold Dazzlers parallel that's more elusive than the Leafs' playoff consistency. Sorry, Leafs fans. Let's talk about what's new, what's coming back, and what actually looks good this year. The full checklist isn't out yet, so this is more of a first impressions. We'll look at the cards, we'll talk about the designs, but they are up for pre-sale right now for around $130 US. When that checklist drops, you know I'll have a full product preview video and a custom checklist built for you. So consider this kind of an early scouting report on this product. First up, we've got this UD exclusives, kind of parallel to the base set. Nathan McKinnon on the example here, number 29 of 100, kind of a good number for him. And then the exclusives down at the very bottom there in red, and all the foil work is in gold. So normally that foil work would be in a silver for the base set. So I assume that Upper Deck logo, the name, and kind of the foil work along those blue lines going across the bottom will all be in silver. And it looks like we got kind of these two lines going across the bottom and kind of waves up to the side. Overall, pretty basic design, nothing too crazy about it. I like it. It works for me. And what everybody's looking for, the Young Guns. This is actually the Outburst Silver parallel. Don't have an example of the base Young Guns for some reason. At the very bottom, you can kind of see the three lines, a little wave going up there. So very similar to the base set, except for the text of the Young and Guns themselves. The Young is in a full, bold, blocky text, and then Guns in a kind of cursive, a little bit more difficult to read section, but not too bad. And there's the Young Guns canvas cards. This one is quite a switch up from other canvas cards in the past. The very bottom of this card is crazy, all the different colors below the text. I think it kind of works because it is canvas. So think of like an oil painting. That's kind of what it reminds me of down at the bottom there. So for me, I guess it does work. I don't know, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And real quick, if you want to keep this hobby talk going, join the Ultimate Sports Cards Facebook group today. We'll be talking new releases, deals, PC pickups, and all things sports cards. The link is in the description below, and come hang out if you'd like. Now, there's a bunch of new inserts in this product with Bootleg, Bustle, Compadres, Compositions, Cup Quests. Dazzlers is not a new insert, but the Dazzlers Gold parallel is, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. There's also Encore, which has been in past Upper Deck products and is being brought back this year. There's Goal Oriented, Sizzle Reel, and Tracking Systems. So first up, we'll take a look at this bootleg insert. We've got Connor McDavid here in the example. Kind of gives me a little bit of a retro vibe to it. And these are super rare foiled chase cards. They apparently have a glossy finish. There's only 18 of them. They are all superstars, and every card has a different design. So I don't know what that design will be, or if they'll be just kind of repurposing some of the graphic elements of this card, or if it's something completely different. It'll be interesting to see when we get more images released from this set. And every card from this rare set is Series 1 exclusive, so we won't be seeing it in Series 2 or Extended. And I think this is probably going to be a super short print because I did find pack odds for this particular set at 1 in 1,440 packs. So you can open up multiple cases and not pull one of these cards. So I assume they are pretty darn rare. The next insert set is Compositions. We've got Connor Bedard here in this example, kind of a dual image of him with the action shot and kind of a headshot off to the side. And the checklist for these cards consists of top stars as well as rookies. Next is Cup Quest. We've got Igor Shesterkin here in this example. The design for this card reminds me of like an old fantasy video game, kind of like the cover art or something. And the checklist consists of top veteran stars who are still trying to get their very first Stanley Cup. And now we get to one of the big cards that I think people will be looking for, and that is this brand new Dazzlers Gold parallel. We've got Lucas Raymond on the example here. You see the kind of the background, the text got stretched out quite a bit. And I know in past years we've seen Dazzlers cards that kind of have the little circles or little donuts in the design. This time it looks like we've got kind of a cracked ice effect in the background, which I really like. I think that works for this. In hobby boxes, there's a blue Dazzlers, which is 1 in 12 packs. The pink Dazzlers is 1 in 144 packs, which I think is 1 per case. And then this new Gold Dazzlers parallel is 1 in 2,880 packs. So another card that if you opened up multiple cases, you may not ever see. So I definitely think this will be a card people will be chasing this year. And back in Flagship Upper Deck is Encore. We've got Quinn Hughes on the example here. Encore was out of Upper Deck Flagship for a little while. Now it's making its return this year. 100 cards in this set, and this set also features 2 players per team at least. And then there's a blue parallel and a gold parallel, which is numbered to 50. And the next new insert card is Tracking Systems. We've got Darcy Kemper here. It looks like he's making a save, just eyeing that puck. And Tracking Systems kind of pay homage to goalies, and they are all making saves in these cards. These cards are printed on foil board. There's a speckle, a red to 199, a gold to 25, and the printing plates, which are, of course, 1 of 1s. And returning again is holo types. We've got Macklin Celebrini in the example here. It says that you can collect 30 of these star-studded and Series 1 exclusive holo types. So I guess this is another set that we won't be seeing in Series 2 or Extended. Next is population count. We've got Philip Forsberg in the example here. This one is a low numbered one, just 10 copies. I really like what they've done with the design for this card. In past years for population count, they've kind of done a more basic, plain, not too much going on in the background. But this year they kind of spiced things up a little bit. It kind of looks like if you took the Freestyles insert card plus the layout of like the Young Guns Renewed cards and made it an acetate card, you would get these new population count cards. So I dig it. I think it looks great, and I look forward to seeing these in person. And next we get to the UD portraits. One of the insert sets that a lot of people aren't really big fans of, but I think this set definitely made an improvement this year. I like how this one looks. We've got Austin Matthews here in the example, and I pulled some images from the past several years UD portrait sets. As you can see, it changes every single year, and it's not subtle changes. It is a completely different design. So all the way back from 2020, 2021 there in the top left with Connor McDavid, we've got the kind of this like 1980s, maybe 1990s retro school headshot kind of thing. And then the year after that, it kind of took a nosedive for me with this sepia tone. Not a big fan of that one. The Sebastian Aho got a little better. It was definitely a different look to it. And then the 23-24 Connor McDavid in the bottom left corner here with the gold frame and like royalty. That one just got super silly. Not a fan of those. This past year's was okay. They kind of did like sort of a collage of images, like all these different little boxes, all combining to make up one image. And they have multiple parallels for those. So I think that one worked out. But this year's, I think, might be my favorite with the two-tone with full color to black and white kind of torn paper look to this Austin Matthews card. This one works for me. So let me know, what do you think about the 25-26 designs? Let me know in the comments below. And when that full checklist drops, you know I've got your back with a full product preview and custom checklist you can actually use. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day.